This is Your Sport Swindon, and I'm joined now by Swindon's very own charity challenge man, Steve Carr. And you might recognise Steve because at Your Sport Swindon we've been covering his charity challenge for a while now. Steve, thanks for joining me today. As I said there, you're doing a bit of a charity challenge. Tell us more about it.
It's the 1,000-mile walk, so from Land's End to John O'Groats, raising awareness for mental health and homelessness. And along the way, I'm just staying in my tent and just trying to help people just to see that you don't have to have everything to have everything. Basically, I've got nothing. I'm going to be living in my tent, and I've got £100 to get me from the bottom all the way up to the top.
That sounds amazing and quite a challenge. Why have you decided to do it?
To raise awareness for mental health and homelessness, and that's a big thing for me. Back in 1991 I lost my brother in a tragic car accident, and from then on in I didn't seek any counselling or help for that, and it's just to show people that there is that help, and especially for males. 1 in 4 people now have a mental health issue, but also for the males around my age, it's the suicide statistics are actually higher for males than what they are females. So I thought, you know what, you don't have to suffer in silence, and it's get out there and say, look, if you need help, say you need help. So, you know, for coming from a male, there's that stigma around, oh, mental health, should we be mentioning it, should we talk about it? And it's okay not to be okay.
Wow, brilliant, nice message. So you could have just raised awareness by doing a marathon, something like a lot of people are known to do that for the charity. So why have you taken it upon yourself to do a tour of the country?
That was it. I've wanted to do a tour of the country because I've not seen our own country. We live on this little island, and it's less than 1,000 miles. So I thought, I'll raise the awareness by going from one end of the country to the other, stopping in towns to say, look, you know, if there's somebody that deals with mental health issues, a charity or a foundation, I'll go and see them and raise awareness for them. So this isn't about sponsorship, it's about raising awareness for the smaller people, not necessarily the people that are higher up, for the people that aren't out there recognised already. So for me, this is giving them recognition, showing positivity.
Brilliant. So yeah, you started a couple of weeks ago. You started down in Land's End. We've just grabbed you now while you've dropped into your hometown of Swindon. How's it been going so far?
It's been really good, really positive. There's so many people ready to reach out and say, you know what, come and stay with us, have a hot meal, have a hot drink, and have a bed for the night, including the Swindon fire station. So last night I actually stayed at the fire station. So 2 alarm calls, one 11 o'clock last night and one at 7 this morning. But it just goes to show this goes hand in hand with the mental awareness as well. Those guys are on a day-to-day basis of trauma, possible trauma, and we don't actually see that. So for us to show that they're doing this amazing job, I think they're doing a fantastic job.
Certainly, just like yourself, it has to be said. So how have you found it so far? Has it been a challenge or has it been really enjoyable?
It's been a little bit of a challenge because I've got no set route. I've got £100 and I've got to get from the bottom to the top on £100, which is a £3 a day budget. No set route, and it's just literally speaking to good people like yourself to say, you know what, which direction do I go in, or you know, I need some help here, could you help me? So yeah, it's just showing that, you know, by asking the question, there are some amazing people out there, and it has been fantastic.
Great to hear. So £100, you've set yourself a budget of that. Why did you set just £100, and how are you getting on with it so far?
I'm very good. Yes, I'm about halfway through that money, unfortunately, because I've come up against a few things that I needed to spend the money on, especially wet weather gear, but it's worth the investment. So the reason why I set the £100 is because £100 is, to me, it's an awful lot of money. I don't own a house. I'm living in a tent along the way, and I thought if I can make it from the bottom to the top on £100, it just brings about awareness of, do we need to spend this much on shopping every week? Do we need to spend ridiculous amounts of money? Can you survive on this? Of course you can.
So what have you missed so much at the moment? You've gone for a couple of weeks now. There's certain things when you're trekking up the country thinking, oh, I really missed that.
Hot bath and slippers. Believe it or not, yeah, and comfy shoes. I bought these shoes a week in. In fact, I didn't buy them, somebody bought them for me, and it was very kind of them. They said, we'll donate these boots to your cause, and had to break them in whilst walking, and it was an absolute killer for a week, but that's all done now. So yeah, nice pair of trainers or slippers this afternoon would be just fine.
And so are there certain things as well that while you've been gone you thought, yeah, actually I don't need that anymore, I used to be quite dependent on it when I was at home, but actually it's not that important?
I love the way that you've said that, the need and the want. So it's actually, I need to eat and I need to stay somewhere and I need to get to the next town. So for the want, for me now, this is not about money. If I come home with not one penny and I've helped one person along the way with positivity, then you know what, that's a great thing. And that's what this whole aim is about, showing people that you can have nothing but have everything at the same time. So yeah, for necessities, no, it literally is just necessities. It's more of a need than a want.
Fantastic. Well, a great outlook that is. I wish I could follow the same. So you're at your hometown now. You're nice, seeing your friends, all that kind of thing. Comfortable, going to go back to a hot bath and some slippers. Are you thinking, oh, I've done Land's End, that's not bad, I want to stay at home now, I'm quite comfortable?
Do you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm ready to go again now, which is a very bizarre thing, but I've seen such beauty within the country and seen such amazing people. Everybody that's helping the country is seeing everything for me. It's fantastic, and I'm only just over a third of the way in, 250 miles in. I've still got 580 to go, and I'm looking forward to seeing that scenery and sharing it with everybody, bringing everybody along with me, giving it that feel-good factor that, you know, that we all thrive on.
So when can we expect you back for your second return to the hometown, and actually your finish? When can we hope for that?
I will come back to you on that question, but I would imagine that it is going to be about 5-6 weeks' time.
Steve, best of luck with the rest of it, and we'll see you when you get back.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.